Hi.
How are you?
So good. Happy Saturday, everybody. It is such an honor to be here, stepping into Kim Terranova's beautiful seat here. And today for I Got My Miracle, I've got Casey here. And Casey has such an incredible story. And so I'm really grateful and honored that you said yes to the call, yes to showing up, and yes to sharing your story.
Thank you.
And so what I found really intriguing is, what brought you into really seeking your truth and spirituality. So let's start from there.
So I was very in a dark, deep place with addiction. I was ultimately addicted to heroin and had many years on that path, and was sitting in my barber's chair, my hairdresser's chair, and many times I would show up high there, and she never said anything, just patted my forehead with powder and tried to get me to calm down. And she whispered in my ear one time, I think you might really like yoga and you might get addicted to it. And I had absolutely nothing to lose. So I tried it and never really looked back. They said, keep coming back. And there were moments where I would go to yoga and I would go around the corner and get high. And that lasted for a week or two. I can't quite remember, but there was some sort of a shift in my mindset that that just changed. And I never went to any rehabs, got off of heroin through yoga, I guess is the best way I can explain it. And was practicing for about a year and decided to go into teacher training. And there was just something telling me that that was what I needed to do. I didn't have time for it. I have a son and I did it. And that ultimately changed my life. I now teach yoga, and the simple reason I teach is to give back. It has done something for me that if I can change somebody else's life, then that, means the world to me.
Wow, amazing. And so let's talk about your son, because you shared that was and is the miracle that you're walking away with.
Yeah. So the second certain thing in my life that I knew I needed to do was to come to Rhythmia. And my purpose, my intention on coming here was to heal my relationship with my son. And I certainly have felt that I got that and more. It was in the first ceremony where I really felt that it came to me. And what it came to me through is that I need to lead with love. And I feel like I've had so many expectations of him and just expect him to be in a certain way. And it's hard being a 15-year-old. It's hard coming from a divorced family. It's not easy. And oftentimes I think you just take a step back, and if you lead with love, it can change everything. And so that's really, I got my miracle on day one, which is pretty amazing. And it just kind of progressed from there. And I feel in day 4, Parashakti asked me on day 3 if I would do this. And I thought about it, and it came to me in the ceremony of day 4 that this is something that if I can share this and again, help somebody else, then what a powerful thing.
Yes, we did talk about the part of you that was a little scared.
Yes, absolutely.
Because one of the reasons is to really share your story of addiction, and I said that by you coming forth and speaking your truth, that will even more inspire someone right now who is in great need of navigation tools, what to do that perhaps is a little bit more alternative, because here we are at Rhythmia and we're drinking a medicine that truly awakens us to our soul purpose and even more to the language of our soul and the truth of who we are. So I'm a proud spirit mama. Because I think that even the nervousness that you had leading up to this is already miraculously been cleared.
Yes.
So talking about leading with love, I want to give a shout out to Christina, your beloved.
Yes.
And he just lights up when he talks about you. So we here at Rhythmia hope that you will join one day, both of you together.
Yes.
And so that same hairdresser that whispered into your ear yoga, she also whispered into your ear about Christina.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And he's blushing.
Right. She happens to be Christina's aunt. And Christina was coming out not too long ago, really, to visit in California. I live in California. She lives in Michigan. And she said, you should take her out on a date. And I said, sure, why not? I knew who she was. She's gorgeous. And it was an easy decision. And from there, we've developed a connection that's really unlike anything that I've ever felt. That's the third thing in my life that I've been so certain about. There's been 3 things. And it's a really good feeling when you are self-aware enough to have these feelings and you act on them, because that's when the life-changing events happen.
Wow. Wow. And so you've got love, you've got a newfound relationship that you worked on this week with your son from afar, which is, again, what we're celebrating here, the miracle. And each and every week, everyone that shows up to Rhythmia in their own right experience a miracle. And so it really by far is such an incredible platform to come and do the work, because this is work. Right? Yes. This is not just a yoga retreat. As a yoga teacher, I'm sure you could say, with the many classes that you've taken and taught, that this is stretching your prayers in a new way.
Yes.
So absolutely. Yeah, what more ways did you stretch your prayers this week?
Well, it's an all-encompassing thing. It's not just sitting with the plant medicine and doing that work, but it's, the workshops, it's the yoga, it's the food, it's the people that you're with that collectively all bring together something that's really special here. I had really no idea what to expect, but I can understand why this place is so successful and is the top rated resort in the world. Think about that. I mean,
yes,
crazy.
Check out TripAdvisor. You'll see.
Yeah. So that's it's all of that and the work that you're putting in. And the more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it.
Right. So beautifully said. So Mr. Casey is in real estate, and he's a yoga teacher, and a lot of real estate, I know. Yes. So do you feel after this week that you would like more to step into the part of you that is the teacher in yoga and spirituality?
I think I shared with you, and I shared with a lot of people, that if money really didn't matter to me, that's what I would do. I would teach yoga because that's my way to give back, and it's what I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we all have to make money to live, and so real estate's just a byproduct of that for me. And yeah.
And I know you know this after this week, that if you really put your intention into that prayer of wanting to be a full-time yoga teacher, and you show up for it and you work for it, then you can do it. Because
Sure.
miracles happen.
Yes, we all know that.
Right?
now, right here.
So beautiful. So yeah, so if you could just voice any wish right now after doing such impeccable work on yourself, what would that be? What would that wish, that intention, that, because you're starting to wrap up this week, you're going home tomorrow.
Yes.
So yeah.
I think I would, I just hope that the next person can find it in themselves, if they're having some sort of doubt, that internally you can be strong enough to change yourself, and you just have to want it bad enough. And so my feeling and intention would be that if you're feeling that way, act on it, because again, it's in those moments that you're so self-aware that you're able to change your life. Really.
So powerful. So powerful.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you are a changed man because we did meet at the beginning of the week, and there was definitely this kind of dance of, can I do this? Can I not do this? And look, you've done it.
Right.
And you've done it so powerfully, and you've showed up for yourself, and now you can show up as a father even more, and to your beloved, and to your community. And let's just initiate right now as even more the yoga teacher that you are.
That's right.
How does that feel?
That feels really
That
good.
too is a miracle.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Is there anything else that you would like to share?
I don't think so. I mean, I think, again, if you have the opportunity to come here for whatever it may be, it doesn't have to be addiction. It can be any sort of trauma, any sort of healing, any sort of progress. 100%, this is the place.
Yes. Yes, it really does work. And I'll just quote you, all you got to do is show up.
Show up.
So on that note of showing up, let's just take our rattle and say thank you for joining us on this Saturday, and come and get your miracle. Aho!